It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the Seahawks, reigning league MVP. He's been one of the best blitzers in the NFL this season and is among the league leader in sacks. It's the Seahawks and the Texans, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage. The Seahawks defense set to go here, coming off a game where they allowed just 3 points last time out. And the one we'll be watching is this man at linebacker.
And he was at it again last week, adding to his season sack total. He's the NFL leader in that category, and he's just become almost impossible to block on a regular basis.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers for Mixon last week: 17 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Stroud to throw it. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
The Seattle defense back onto the field. Nothing on the scoreboard for either side here, 0-0. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's a 2nd and 5. Stroud sets up the play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. 3rd and 12. Now Stroud. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Seahawk defense ready to defend this next drive. They begin with a run by Mixon. He stiff arms him. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's Stroud. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Stroud. Flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. The Seattle defense back onto the field. They lead 7-0, trying to put a stop together here as this drive starts with a first down. Throwing now is Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. When you talk about this Seahawks defense,
it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number one overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And Stroud now to throw.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago.
The Seahawks defense ready to defend this next drive. But they may be looking to bring some pressure here as they've got this offense backed up. 1st and 10 at the 10.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Stroud looking to throw.
A short one, and it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it.
The Seattle defense back onto the field. They've had the upper hand so far this first half of play. Working. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Under pressure, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on a sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th. The Seahawks defense ready to defend this next drive.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. This one left side caught by Collins.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
The Seattle defense back onto the field.
Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Stroud. Under pressure, they got him again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Just a 2-yard pickup.
The Seahawks defense ready to defend this next drive.
Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Stroud out of the gun here.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The Seattle defense back onto the field. They've done a really nice job of slowing the tempo of this offense, and as a result, they've got a comfortable third quarter lead as this next drive begins, 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
It's Mixon on the counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit? They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Stroud working out of the gun. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week.
The Seahawks defense ready to defend this next drive.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Stroud.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Once again, they run with Mixon. And shedding. And he loses the football a 2nd time. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
The Seattle defense back onto the field. They've pitched the shutout here into the fourth quarter. Been sensational. The question, can they finish it off? They'll need to come up with another stop here.
Throwing to start the drive. Stroud under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Stroud dumps it off to Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Stroud. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jerome Baker, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you can hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed asleep.
So for the Seahawks,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Houston,
they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8.
And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.